fire find us here. Here, right in the middle of my living room, lying here, trying to figure out how our forever never reached a hearing universe. How it never reached the skies, the something out there, the listening, the watching over us. Us, two bodies in a world of our own making. Perhaps our prayers were too soft. We ought to project a little next time when we've discovered new loves and more opportunities to die. We were only two bodies in a world of our own making. Larger than life itself in our being, in our loving. In my house, the passages are filled with echoes of how we used to laugh. How we laughed till our tears found their way to our lips. We didn't mind the taste of salt. It was comforting to know we have a bit of the ocean within us. Remember us, peeling away at the sky, trying to steal bits of the moon. On many nights we flew, wrapped in the enormity of each other's wings. We caught stars and held them. They turned to dust between our palms. We weren't afraid to test the theory of stardust. Man's placement in the cosmos, this time thing, this change thing, indeed this time thing. We witnessed evolution in my house. Flowers didn't exist before our words, neither did thorns before our claws. Claws seeping from fingertips, our undying need for chaos, the riot. The doors are nowhere in sight, the windows shattered. We took turns smashing into them for the sake of reasoning, defining non-existent worlds using existent bodies, lower backs aching, hands scorched from pushing milestones, fixing the closet doors are causing a racket. They think it's funny. They think it's rather funny how such a delicate world could crumble so viciously, and how we missed it when things fell apart. Things fall apart in my house, Chinua Achebe. My house is a madhouse. It screams they've been here before. Animals, laughing, weeping, human-like figures in my house. Fragmented tableaus right in the middle of my living room. We tried to gather ourselves every time pieces of us hit the floor, but broken pieces tend to scatter, you see. Things could get messy with all that searching to end up bleeding, with all that laughing, with all that weeping. Things could get messy in a room full of brokenness, so we took it to church instead. Straight to the cathedral, founders of our own religion, in search of something other, something else, to save us from each other, to save us from ourselves. Broken now, our claws are visible now. Who reeks of sin more than the other? Who between you and me came home with the spirit of Judas? Yes, I remember our last supper. A plate of broccoli had never tasted that good. There was nothing else. There was nothing left to eat away at. Done. Just forks and knives on plates and teeth. Pardon me, fangs and claws and scars. We ought to forgive the universe. We ought to forgive ourselves. We are only jittery in our being, jittery in our loving, and clumsy. Clumsy with our words, with our hands, with our feet. Lying here, perfectly flawed, and knowing that perhaps we were never capable of handling love and such wonders. This morning I woke up and I put on all my tears. I put on all my tears for holding on to something blue and borrowed in my house. Abantu balelali basekhona? Yes. The Brother Moves On are part of the musical underground movement that connects Johannesburg to the international community through healing and music, that pays homage to the tradition of avant-garde and jazz music rooted in Johannesburg and its surrounding areas. The group recently launched their first single, Bayakhala, on the 19th of August this year, and Spila, their second single, on the 7th of October this year, on all digital platforms. She or He Who Feeds You Owns You is an incredible collection of musical transmissions. It connects contemporary South African music with fearless lineages of resistance worldwide, and it does so with spectacular grace, power, and groove. It is beautiful, it ranges, it channels the spirits, welcoming onto the stage.